session. This one's also strength this week. And so today we're going to start standing, and I will again show different angles. I'll either face the right or the left, face you, and such. So today we're just going to start in standing. Feet, let your feet be normal. We don't actually do very many things with our feet glued together. So let your feet stance be normal. Bring your hands to your heart. We're just going to stand really, really tall, pulling the head back and closing the eyes. And just for a moment, just notice how you're standing. If for some reason your knees are locked out, before you unlock them, and if you did, just lock them back out. Place your weight over the arch of the foot, and that in and of itself will help you unlock the knees. It's just a weight placement thing in the foot. That's all it is. All right. So here we go. All we're going to do now is we're going to open up the eyes. We're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Good. Now inhale, half lift. When you half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back. And you can do this from your toes or your knees. Engage the glutes. Contract the backs of the armpits towards each other. Engaging the glutes. Inhale. Just go just right before you hit that floor. Inhale. You're going to swoop up. If the legs are on the floor, you're in a king cobra position. If you have the strength, engage those glutes. Move into an up dog. And then find an inhale, exhale, lifting up those hips. Exhale, down dog. So when you get into down dog again, we want to pedal, we want to kick. It's just the first one, very little expectation. If you have too much weight into the arms, you're shrugging your shoulders, your back is rounded. Bend your knees, slide the shoulders down the back, and shift your weight into the legs so they can take the brunt of this move. All right, inhale, push back, exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands. We want to squeeze those butt cheeks to help pull you up, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, fold. Bringing your arms out to the side, contracting those shoulder blades back together, squeezing those cheeks to help pull you all the way up to standing. And then exhale, fold. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back, engage the glutes, contract the backs of the armpits back towards each other, lower down again right before you would touch the floor all the way. We're going to swoop up into up dog or cobra. Again, thighs off the floor is up dog, thighs on the floor is cobra. And then find an inhale, exhale, down dog. It's a lot of abdominal work to transition from up dog to down dog. So we want to think of a pike so we can work those abdominals more. Again, you can take the feet nice and wide as well if you need to shift around, shifting backwards, or just flat out being still. Now inhale, push back, exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail, tucking the chin, exhale, fold. Bringing your arms out to the side, contracting those shoulder blades, squeeze those cheeks, those abdominals are helping too. Inhale, up, exhale, fold. Squeeze the cheeks for the half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back in. You can do this toes, knees, but engage the glutes, the upper back, the abdominals. Inhale, up dog. Again, up dog, thighs are off the floor. Squeeze those cheeks. Now use those abdominals to help pike you up to find the down dog. Just pedaling. And then just let your breath be calm, not necessarily deep, just calm. As we loosen up muscles, your breath will get deeper all on its own. Inhale, push back, exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift, squeeze those cheeks, stick out the tail, and then exhale, fold. Bringing your arms out to the side, contract those shoulder blades back together, squeeze those cheeks to lift you all the way up, but this time those hands come down through the center and bring your hands to your heart. And we just pause for a moment the rest of the class we're trying to find a balance between a meditation and athleticism. So bend your knees, drop your hips. It's like we're sitting in a chair. Don't let the knees go too far forward. Don't tuck that tail, let those hips go back. Okay, weight is right over the arch of the foot. Hands can be at your heart. You can be in cactus, or you can bring your arms up overhead. So we're just gonna find an inhale, exhale, fold. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, scout the chest out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back. Squeeze those cheeks, contract the armpits back together. Abdominals are engaged. Inhale, up dog. Use those abs to pike you up. And then exhale, down dog. We're gonna inhale the right leg up. This time we're gonna exhale, we're gonna slide into plank. Knee comes to the chest, not the nose today if you're familiar with knee to nose. Then push the floor away. Use the abdominals to lift the knee up. Inhale, kick up again. Exhale, low lunge. We want to squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in, lifting up into crescent. If you've got too much weight in the back foot, shift it forward, let the back knee bend today. Find an inhale, exhale, hands to the floor. We just go from the knees on this one, squeeze those cheeks, contract the upper back, engage the lower abdominals, lowering down, inhale into a cobra if you're on your knees, and then exhale, down dog. Inhale, the left leg up, exhale, the chest again, we're sliding in the plank, and then inhale, kick up. Exhale, low lunge, squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in, pulling yourself up into crescent. Exhale, high to low. Again, engage the glutes, contract the upper back, engage the lower abdominals. Inhale up, engage those glutes, use those abs to help pike you up and through for your down dog. And just pausing. You can do open mouth exhales. Connect with the naturalness of what's happening. It's okay to exhale with the mouth open. It's okay to have increased respiration. Just let it be calm. Inhale, push back. Exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana. Remember, find your arm position. Squeeze those cheeks, lower abdominals, contract the upper back. Find an inhale, exhale, fold. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back. Again, toes or knees, lowering down, glutes, abs, upper back are on. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, low lunge. Squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in, coming up into crescent. Exhale, high to low. Again, glutes, abs, upper back, all on, nice and tight. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Again, this just thighs on the floor or not. Use those abs to pull you back up. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, low lunge, squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in, coming up into crescent. Exhale, high to low. Engage the glutes, upper back, lower abdominals. And then inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Just pausing in your down dog. And you might have to rest because you're a bit fatigued today. We're also trying to embrace the available strength that we were given today. We're not given the same amount of strength every single day. And so we shouldn't count on it like we have the same strength as we did yesterday or the day before, especially if you felt strong. It's okay not to have a full tank. We want to adjust accordingly. You'll get so many more strength gains that way. We're not here to chase fatigue. We're here to embrace where we're at. Inhale, push back. Exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, scout the chest, out the tail. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, Utkatasana. Remember, arms can be up overhead, cactus, or right at your heart. Just contract the upper back. Engage the glutes, lower abdominals. Find an inhale, exhale, fold. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift. Stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back. Glutes, abs, upper back, all on as you lower down. They stay on for up dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Abs really come on. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, low lunge. Squeeze those cheeks. Draw the belly in, coming up into crescent. Good. Exhale, high to low again. Glutes, abs, upper back, all tight as you lower down. Inhale, up dog. They stay on for up dog. And then really activate the abs to bring you up for down dog, out of that up dog. Inhale, your right leg or left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, the lunge. Squeeze the cheeks, draw the belly in, coming up into crescent. Exhale, high to low. Running through your vinyasa. Again, we want glutes on, abs on, upper back. And then use those abs to pike you around for your down dog. And again, if you got too much weight, your hands are bothering you, your elbows are bothering you, then contracting the backs of the armpits towards each other. That didn't help. I need you to bend your knees and shift more weight into the legs. Still doesn't help. That just tells you that you just need to pause for a moment and you just come out of it. Pain is an indicator you need to change something about what we're doing. That might be just rest, and that's okay. Rest is good. There's nothing bad about resting within the class. Now, we're going to slide into plank. We're going to shift our weight into the right hand. Go to the outer edges of our feet, engaging the glutes, the lower abdominals, reaching up. Again, if this bothers your hand, first just drop to your knee. It might just be too heavy. If your elbow is locked out, I definitely need you to unlock it. Contract the backs of the armpits towards each other and push that floor away. We want to be really careful with that wrist and elbow. Good. We're just going to take the top arm, reaching for the front of the room. Good. And take the left hand to the floor. We're just going to come back around the plank. Shift our hand into the left hand, opening up towards the left side of the room. In this case, it might be away from the camera or the TV. Engaging the glutes, contracting the backs of the armpits towards each other, reaching for the ceiling. And then take that top arm, reaching for the front of the room. Good, and then we just bring your right hand back, coming around for your plank. Gauge the glutes, contract the upper back. Lower down, you're so strong on this. Inhale into your up dog. You use those glutes, use your abs to pull you around for your down dog. Just take that nice deep breath in. All right. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, low lunge. Now, this time we're going to ground the outer edge of the back foot into the floor. Squeeze those cheeks, lower abdominals, and coming up for warrior one. So this is what warrior one looks like from the side view. Okay? From the front view, the back foot, this one gets a little tricky. The back foot, whichever direction your back foot is facing, your knee faces that exact same direction, which means your hip bone faces that exact same direction, okay? So when you ground the outer edge of the back foot into the floor, just feel how the head of the femur had to move inside that hip socket. It's a real important feeling. Squeezing those cheeks, you're going to square the armpits up towards the front of the room, okay? It's a much stronger pose. There's a stretch for the obliques right there. That is what opens up the hips, not squaring the hips up on the front of the room, because the front knee, middle of the kneecap lines up on the second and third toe, so does that back knee, okay? And all you have to do once you've gotten all nice on this, just square it up so you can feel that difference. And then just ground the outer edge of the back foot back into the floor. Squeeze those cheeks. Good. Now you're going to find an inhale. Exhale, we're going to open up into warrior two. So warrior two from this position looks like this. Knee lines up on the second and third toe. Okay? Now, from the side view, still lining up on top of the ankle. Back foot is now parallel with the back of the mat. So think, contract the backs of the armpits towards each other. You know you've done that if you're able to bend your elbows. Squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in. You can find a little bit more depth. If your neck is taking a brunt, just flip those hands over. That'll help get your neck out of the movement. Now, find an inhale, exhale, take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. And now the left hand towards the ceiling. Whether or not you look up at your hand isn't the point. Your neck will tell you if you need to look down or if you just want to look straight ahead. That's also an option. So we're still grounding the outer edge of the foot into the floor. We're still contracting the backs of the armpits towards each other. We're still squeezing those cheeks. Now we're just going to straighten out the leg, or attempt to. Don't let your hand leave the floor if you can't get your legs straight. That tells you where the tightness is. Lower hamstrings, upper calf. So that's where you work. Okay, maybe eventually you get that leg straight. But that's not the point today. The point is to recognize the tightness and work there and not judge it. Good. Now, you're going to take your left hand to the waist. You're going to look at the floor. You're going to bend your right leg. You're going to begin to ground over your right leg. Move your right hand in front of your right foot, maybe about a foot. Contract those shoulder blades back and together. And you're opening up the hips, the chest, towards the TV. If your knee is locked out, it means you have too much weight in the heel. And I need you to get the weight over the arch of the foot that helps you bend the knee. Squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in, contract the upper back for some stability. Don't do it so harsh like I just showed because you'll fall out of it, because I just about fell out of it. And you can look down or you can look up. Looking up is far harder. Now, just take your left hand to the floor and rotate the chest and the hips towards the front of the room. The floor for standing splits. Now, if your leg, your back leg is really, your standing leg is getting tired, well, just rest, okay? It's okay to come back. Okay, again, if you locked out your knee, weight over the arch, squeeze those cheeks, slide the shoulders down and back. And now bring your left foot to meet the right. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Squeeze those cheeks. Lifting the arms up. Again, you might be in cactus and the hands might be at your heart. Then contracting the backs of the armpits where the pose conforms to you. I cannot emphasize that enough. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt if you're trying it the other way. Okay? Let those hips go out. Hips, biggest joint in the body. They take the biggest load. Find an inhale, exhale, fold. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift. Exhale, walk or jump back. Again, glutes, abs, upper back. Nice and tight as you go down. And then we swoop up for your up dog. Use your abdominals to pike up and to find down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. You're really strong. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, the lunge. Ground the back foot. Squeeze those cheeks. They pull you up. They ground you. All right. So this is what it looks like from the other side, on the left side. Knee is still on top of the ankle. We're grounding the outer edge of the back foot into the floor. That tightens the legs. We squeeze those cheeks to hold those hips there. We square those armpits to find that stretch that's associated right here. And again, the arm position, maybe your arms are like just like Utkatasana. Maybe you need cactus arms. Maybe you need prayer position. They're perfect. Finding the one that suits you best. Whichever one though, contract the backs of the armpits towards each other, squeeze the cheeks, lower abdominals. Now find an inhale, exhale, open up into warrior two, grounding the outer edge of the back foot into the floor. It's parallel with the mat now. We squeeze those cheeks, lower abdominals, contract the upper back. And you might like your palms up. I prefer my palms up. That way I don't have to worry so much about my neck, because I'd rather work a little bit deeper into the pose. Now, you also get a groin stretch here too, by the way, so you may have to back out, bend down, and get a nice groin stretch. Now, find an inhale, exhale, take the left hand to the outside of your left foot. I'll get it. Now, push the floor away, squeeze those cheeks, draw the belly in. We're opening up again, we contract the backs of the armpits. This is how we train the body with body weight exercises. You've got to actively contract them. All right, now begin to straighten out the leg. Remember, if you can't straighten it out, perfect. That's where you need to work. Otherwise, you just overstretch muscles that don't need to be stretched anymore. They're already stretched. Focus on the ones that need the work. Now, again, you can look up or you can look down. We're going to take your right hand to the waist. You're going to begin to bend the left knee. We're going to ground over. Again, we're going to move the left hand out in front. It's a little diagonal. I prefer to be on my fingertips. Not everybody does. And we open up the hip. We squeeze those cheeks. We contract those shoulder blades back and together. Again, if the leg is locked down, I need a slight bend into the knee. I'm not so hot on this today. All right, good. Squeeze those cheeks. Good. Contract the upper back, nice and tight. Lower abdominals are engaged. And now take your right hand to the floor. So we rotate the chest, we rotate the pelvis to face the floor. Careful that you don't over-correct. Okay. Tucking the chin, squeezing those cheeks, slight bend into the left knee. And now bring your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, half lift, stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, fold. Bring your arms out to the side, contracting those shoulder blades back and together. Squeeze those cheeks to help pull you all the way up to standing. And now bring those hands through to your heart. All right, tree pose. All right, tree pose. There's lots of options for your foot placement. Some days we need a kickstand. One leg needs the kickstand, but not the other. Doesn't matter, okay? Maybe your foot's here. Foot really should avoid this knee area, but if you do happen to be here, just don't touch, okay? You can bring your foot all the way up. We'll start there. There's several other options, but the whole program builds upon itself, okay? So bring that right foot up somewhere. And you just bring your hands to your heart and gently engage the glutes. Don't worry, don't force your knee open. When you squeeze those cheeks, it's going to help open up the hip. And we have to respect your structural designation, basically, how the head of the femur fits inside that hip socket. Okay? That's bone on bone. We just need to respect that. Now, if you want to grow branches, you can. People typically go, once they've got balance, they look down. If you're looking down, just bring your hands back in and then look straight ahead. This way we can correct posture. And if you have no balance right here, this is where we need to work. Okay, at least for today. Okay. If you did grow branches, bring them right back in. Everybody just let that go. Shake that out. That left leg did a lot of work. Okay. And then find your tree on this side. Again, you might need the kickstand here. You might need it here. And clothes will dictate this too. If you got pants on that are pretty slick, it's just gonna take that leg down. Okay? All right. So again, if you're looking down, you want to look forward. Think. Now you do this gently. Draw the lower abdominals in. Squeeze those cheeks. And bring your shoulder blades back in together. Do it gently when we're in balance poses. Again, they knock you out if you do it too fast. And you feel as though you have balance and you're looking straight ahead and you want to begin to open up. When you take your hands wide, you have a wider base of support. If you're feeling really, really strong and stable and you want something more streamlined, then bring your arms up over your head. All right? Again, it's not getting to that particular destination, it's finding out where you really, truly need to be today. Just bring your branches back in. Release the foot. Feet next to each other. All right. Now, we're just going to bend the knees. Drop the hips. I'm going to just keep your hands at your heart today. Okay? We're just going to find an inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Okay? So we're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If you're not able to do that, then just be tall and just twist. They're both perfect. Okay? One's available, one's not. One's preferred, one's not. That's all it is. When we take that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, that left knee is going to move forward. Okay? When that left knee moves forward, I just need you to look at it, pull it back. That head of the femur is going to move inside that pelvis. It's going to help square you up. Okay? So when I twist, that left knee goes forward. I've got to pull it back. And then I just prefer to look down because I just need that help right there. I still engage the glutes, I still engage the lower abdominals. I'm finding legs so I can twist. And eventually I do turn. And then we're just going to come back to Utkatasana. We're just going to release, inhale, reach up, and then just exhale, fold. So you can get some rest. Of course, you can certainly shake those legs out if you need to shake those legs out. All right, here we go. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift, scalp the chest, out the tail. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms overhead, hands at your heart. Doesn't matter because we're all bringing it to our heart on the exhale. Find an inhale, exhale, twist to the left, taking the right elbow to the outside of the right knee. Left knee, sorry. Now, I prefer to make a fist with my bottom hand and a flat hand. I don't like doing prayer because it hurts my wrists. And this way I get a lot more leverage. Again, notice if your right knee moved forward. If it did, just pull it back. That'll help square you up. If your feet are apart, which is fine to do, it's actually more work. It's more work for the glutes and the groin if the feet are apart, because now you've got to keep them from collapsing in. So you got to use that whole leg. Okay, but it is up to you. Some days we're a little tired and we need both legs together. Okay, now inhale back to Utkatasana. Nice. Exhale, fold. All right. Squeeze those cheeks for the half lift. Stick out the chest, out the tail. Exhale, walk or jump back. But all you're going to do is just drop to your knees. Cross your ankles. Have a seat on your bum. Lower down. Feet hips width apart. All you do is just slide them in. It is not about touching your heels. All right, so don't get your feet out wide like this to try to pull them in because now you've got torque loading on the knee. It's not about touching your heels. Okay, now palms are up. Think contracting the backs of the armpits towards each other. Draw the belly in, press through the heels, squeeze those cheeks, lifting up the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Again, it is a hip extension movement. Glutes are hip extensors. You want these guys to be working. You want to contract the backs and the armpits towards each other to get the lats to help. If you want, you can interlace the hands underneath you. You just scooch those shoulder blades closer towards each other. It just takes you higher, brings your heart closer towards your chest. But those glutes are still on. Again, we're just beginning, strengthening here. If you ever wanted to go into one leg, we need a ton of glute strength right here. And release those hands, lower the hips down, and just drop your knees from side to side. Nice. We do a lot of glute work throughout class. This is a little bit more isolated in a sense on the floor. All right, so you're just going to bring your knees or your feet off the floor. Hands come behind your head, tuck your chin. Okay, and you're going to look at your abdominals. Looking at your abdominals for abdominal work is really important. Okay, and the place where you want to feel it on your neck is the very front of the neck, not the back of the neck. So don't look up. If you look up, you'll feel it more in the back of the neck. If you begin to look down, you'll feel it more in the front of the neck, which is very important. Okay. So all I'm going to have you do is you're just going to straighten out one leg. It does not have to be parallel to the floor, because if it goes parallel to the floor and you get this humpy thing going on in your abdominals, that's a nice way to train your abdominals to look fatter, okay? And it's a lot harder on the spine. So just bring that leg up a little bit, draw the belly in. Your leg does not have to be parallel to the floor. Now you're just going to twist just a little bit. And I want you to, I'm purposefully doing this really slow, okay? And then you're just going to bring them both together. You're going to look center, and you're just going to do the same thing. Now I want you to notice your straight leg. It's not dangling in space. It's got to help stabilize the pelvis with the lower abdominals. So you've got to contract the leg, engage the lower abdominals, and then twist. And we're just going to come back around. Think about what you're doing. Look about what you're doing. Contract the leg. When you contract the leg a little bit harder, you get a little bit of glute work there. And then we just switch. When you get out, really tighten it right at the end. Good. You're still looking at your abdominals. You're looking at your legs. You're not looking at the ceiling, because all the work is here. There's nothing up there. And then squeeze, coming back around, engaging those glutes. Mainly because you're contracting the leg. All right, just one more each side. Good. Coming back around, again, we're just looking. And now come back to center. Just stretch those legs out. Arms up overhead, take a nice deep breath in. All right, so we're going to bend the knees again. We're going to cross the right ankle right above the knee so your foot is flexed, so the toes go up towards the ceiling. You're going to lift the bottom leg. You're going to reach through, and you either grab the thigh or you can grab right in front of the knee, whatever one is more comfortable. But I'm not trying to get you to do this. I don't want the hips off the floor. What I need you to do is think, slide the shoulders down the back, push the hips or the lower back into the floor, and then pull. So it's a much nicer and deeper stretch for those hips. Otherwise, when you let it come off the floor, it becomes more of a lower back stretch. And we've been stretching the lower back. And then release. You're going to take your left foot to the floor. You're just going to cross your right leg over. It's pretty much crossed anyway. Arms go out to the side. Keep your left foot on the floor. I don't want you to pick it up. I just want you to drop the knees to the right. You're just dropping to the inside of your left foot. The outer edge of the left foot comes off the floor. A lot of yoga traditions do it the other way. There's nothing wrong with that way. I'm just trying to capture something very specific by doing it this way. And you're going to feel all the stretching. Okay, it's catching usual suspects, tight muscles at different angles. Okay. And you're just coming back to center, releasing the cross. Do hug those knees in towards the chest. We did move into a twist. And then we just place the feet back onto the floor. Cross your left ankle right above the right knee. Foot is flexed. Lift your right foot off the floor. We reach through, grabbing the foot. Again, we're just going to slide those shoulders down the back. You can push the left knee out with the left arm, depending on what's available for you, what makes sense to you. Some things won't make sense quite yet, but that's part of the practice. And then all of a sudden, so many things will click. It's really nice. And then release, placing the right foot onto the floor. Finish that cross, left over right, arms out to the side, dropping the knees to the left. We're just going to the inside of your right foot. The outer edge of the right foot comes off the floor. Again, that nice deep breath. Just to catch some of those usual suspects. And coming back to center. One last hug for those knees. Giving yourself a nice big hug. It was a great practice that you did. No matter if you were deep in the lunges or not deep in the lunges, begin to stretch your legs out, legs apart, palms up. And now, Shavasana. And these few moments of quiet where we're allowing the body and the mind to acclimate to all the changes before you take on the rest of the day. So I'm just going to be quiet for the next few moments, and I will pull you out so we can seal in the practice. And now begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, the ankles and the wrists. And begin to bring your arms overhead for that nice big stretch as you come back into your space. And now hugging your knees in towards your chest and rolling to the right or to the left, resting your head on your bicep. Just pausing for that moment, hopefully not quite a rush. And then just nice and easy, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes are soft or closed. Taking this time to extend yourself gratitude for carving out the time for the practice, for it is not easy to do. So thank you for doing that. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.